Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. Today we're just going to be discussing or going through chapter 215 of the Lost City event. So let's jump straight into it. First trial is Mystifiers. Now I have always struggled with Mystifiers because the team for me is not very good. As you can see, I've got a number of units leveled up to 12 stars. Emily and Franz at 11, and then Talos and Sandra at 10 stars. Now Catherine is currently 4 stars, Dullahan is 4 stars, and Astrid is 6 stars. So I'm just going to try the standard setup of this team here, and in fact I think I'm going to take out no, I'm going to take out Dullahan, and I will put in Serafina in here for an additional striker. So we do get the entire team's attack going up by 25% every round. So I'm going to use Mystifier's legendary relics, so that's the scythe, the bow, and then the kind of sword, knight's edge, whatever you want to call it. And we'll see how this goes. Now I don't expect a win on turn 1, and primarily because this team, although it's great, it can lack in power and defense as well, irrespective of how much you build up your team. So I think that Talos will ultimate twice first, potentially. So Serafina goes first, and then it is Atrops here, giving us the double attack buff. So you can see substantial damage from sort of a low power attack. We take out Celine very quickly, which I really do appreciate. Unfortunately a miss on Arcdina over there, but it is what it is. We do get the double attack stack, and a big miss there as well from Ilune. So we've got the entire enemy team back. Catherine's already built up her attack buff, and unfortunately we don't get a kill on Celine from Astrid, but we do from Catherine, and she will apply that corrode damage over time as well, which will build up, especially with Talos on the team, who does inflict 50% additional damage for corrode damage as part of his passive. So we see Arcdina go down there with thanks to the corrode damage. We should see double ult, and hopefully we'll be able to finish off the enemy team here. The miss from Talos, unfortunately. Yep, but it looks like Catherine will end things here. Yeah, I know she's a turn behind. Fortunately, we got the blessing applied for Ilune. Very lucky in this run. And 2 misses. Gives and takes away. But this one should be over and done with quite quickly. Catherine, what a unit. Combined with Astrid, they really have started to put some effort into the Mystifier's synergy. So next is Dawnbringers. So let me just pull up standard Dawnbringers team, which for me would be Katrina, Atrops, and Dorabella. And we'll go with Eudora because like I said in a previous video, we have got her up to 8 stars now. Got to change these relics out, and I will choose Eudora at 7 stars over Ellie at 15 stars. It is sad to see all the investment go to waste in Ellie, but it is what it is. Eudora is just a higher damage dealing unit. I do need to get the exclusive runes for Eudora to power up even more and make her into the unit that everybody knows and loves, who is able to ultimate every time she takes an action. Legendary runes guarantees it. Epic runes make it so that it's a 33% chance. You really do want the legendary runes if possible, but for me it's just going to be epic for now, because I don't have the legendary resources required, unfortunately. But we see over here we've got one of the units taken out, two of the units taken out, and it should be an easy victory. Hopefully we'll see some stuns. Yep, all of the enemy team has been stunned for this round, so we get the attack increase. Karnak getting a double execution, and just Emily left. Scales kick off, giving us a reasonable amount of healing. We get the sword back in and get a silence on Emily, which will save us a bit of damage, and an execution from Karnak as well. Really good exclusive runes for Karnak. I would definitely suggest picking up a copy of those as well. So next one is Valinators, but we're just going to see. So there are no more Dawnbringers synergies, so we're good to trade up for Valinators. So let's take out Eudora and Dorabella, and let's put in Marcia and Nyx as well. I'm not going to go with anybody else at the moment, just because I don't feel the need to. I'm going to switch around Katrina and Atrops, because Karnak might be able to one-shot Katrina, given that he does have quite a high attack stat, given in combination with the area damage dealers that are Emily and Corolla as well. So shields down on Karnak. We're not doing too much damage to him. Hopefully we get silence. We do. Fantastic. Absolutely love the silence mechanic. It just pushes the enemy back a turn. It's really effective if you just want to take out one or two units for the opening round. So no crit from Karnak. That's alright. No crits from Marcia either. But we do get the Medusa taken out. And we see some big damage from Katrina there as well. Unfortunately, Katrina down, but it doesn't mean a loss in this situation, because we're not focusing on Ethereals. We are only focusing on the Valinators, who are all still alive. And we don't need to keep 5 survivors. We just need to get through it in under 6 rounds, which it looks like we're going to be able to do.
In time, all will follow.
Sorry about that. Just had some live stuff get in the way of recording. So back to it. As you can see, we got a victory here, under 6 rounds. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not able to pause the game. You've either won or you lost as soon as you load into it. Is what it is. But what I'm going to do, in fact, is move to the Ethereal stage first. Just so we've got Ethereals in here. We'll stick in Eudora and Dorabella. And we've got the relics all set up as well. So go into battle. Now, the only problem that I can foresee is Lachesis removing all of our buffs on the first round, potentially being followed up by an Atrops powered Katrina as well. But potentially, yeah, good. We got the silence on the Katrina, and with the healing factor, unfortunately it's dissipated. But it is what it is. We'll hopefully get some shields back. No, it's a wipeout. So it was Lachesis that was the problem, unfortunately. Yeah, we're not going to do as much damage as we need to. That is a shame. So it's Lachesis and the Katrina combo with the Atrops in there as well. Let's just see if we can try this again. I suspect we'll get the same outcome, because the Emily will follow up directly after Lachesis, which means that the majority of our units will get taken out. Now, I might change things up and remove the Atrops and put Ellie in, just so we've got a full Ethereals lineup. We've got the 5 Ethereals in there as well. So there's all of our buffs gone. We do get the attack increase, but no shield, unfortunately. So just Karnak down, which is better than last time. We get some shields up. Dorabella survived as well, unfortunately. Katrina still got a lot of work done here. We might be able to see a stun on Emily and Atrops as well, which might be able to see us through. We get the shields back, and we do get some healing when an enemy does die. So it looks like we may still see a victory here. Unfortunately, the healing doesn't really total up to very much. No, unless Eudora can pull it out the bag, I really don't see how we can win here. No, unfortunately not. So let's take out Eudora, and let's put. In fact, let's take out Atrops and let's put Ellie in. We'll just see if this makes a difference. Having the 5 ethereal synergy mates, that might give us that additional bonus that we need to survive. Because we do have the 10% damage reduction, I believe. We did get the heal, or the heal nerf from Eudora. No silence though, unfortunately. Really, we could just do with a silence on the chesses to stop her removing all of our shield buffs and all of our attack buffs. Yeah, so we were pretty close to losing everybody here, but because we got those crits in, we were able to heal up just enough and get that additional shield buff. But we are doing significantly less damage currently. So unfortunately Karnak down, but we should see another loss. It is what it is. We do need that silence, unfortunately, on the chassis. So it looks like with Ellie in, we were able to allow Karnak to survive, but it is just the overall damage. So we do need a silence on some of the big hitters, like Katrina or like Emily here, or even better, a silence on the chassis, or Atrops, the 2 support units. So we got the silence on Emily. Let's see if this makes a difference. That'll allow us to attack before our units get crushed by one singular attack. No crit from Karnak, it's very disappointing. And only a small crit from Eudora. Able to take a fair chunk off the enemy. And a miss there, unfortunately. So hopefully we get a lot of stuns. We got 3. I think that should be enough, as long as we do get the crits in to heal up as well. Unfortunately no crit here, even though we've got a 600% crit chance rate, which is silly, but it is what it is. And it'll put the enemy a turn or so behind, so they'll all be off kilter. I think this next round will... Yeah, because there was no attack buff from Atrops, Emily wasn't able to take out our entire team in one shot. Not the silence that we wanted, but it is what it is. Hopefully. So you see our defences are all down there. Emily doing some work. Crit from Karnak, which gives us the shield back. Come on, Emily. Sorry, Emily. Ellie. That's good. That's really good. So I think we've got the victory in the bag here. I know it is under 6 rounds, so potentially we'll need to speed things up. Fortunately, a double execution from Karnak. And then hopefully, yep, Katrina to finish it off. So it is just about RNG, a little bit about the the units that you do put in. As you can see, the change we made with Ellie, really effective. She did the most damage and secured the victory in that one. So it's Verdance this time. So let's change up
Shall we help them? Why not?
to a typical Glorians team. Just pop in the Glorians relics. And off we go. And hopefully we'll see quite a swift win here. So we got the Unstoppable, which is the Glorians perk. It just means that we're immune to control effects for the first couple of rounds, and also we are getting the attack increases and steals from the enemy, as well as debuffing them when they attack us as well. So the only thing that I can see going wrong here is if... yeah, I think this is definitely a victory. So Marina. Alright, let's get this one. Yeah, easy victory. Sorry about that. I just had to cut again. Unfortunately, I do have a busy life outside of the game, so I need to find time in between to record and play the game. So it's what it is. So the next one is the Shadow Arc Synergy. So Shadow Arcs typically are really is a frustrating team, primarily because I don't particularly have or they're not super great at doing a lot of damage, more about dodging. I'd still say that dodging is the best mechanic in the game, because if you can't be hit, you can't be killed. So let's go with the setup here, similar to this. In fact, I'm going to take out Atrops and I'm going to add in Janna. And the reason that I'm going to do that is because survivors, so we need survivors with 60% HP or more, and Janna can fill out, if we do lose any, Janna can fill out the ones that do die with her own minions. So really good for these types of quests or events, is having Janna here. So it looks like, yep, we've got a death already, so we'll be building up the attack. Unfortunately, we've got a taunt on Ellie, which means that she won't be able to do her big swing for her ultimate, so we won't lose nearly as much life as we potentially could have. So we did get a couple down. Unfortunately, Janna is down as well, so that is us out, unfortunately. What I'm going to do is just try that again. It is the corrode damage that impacts. So it's the corrode from Emily and from Franz as well. So hopefully we'll see less of that. That's Sal down right away. We do get the Fortitude effect, which I think is the reason that we were still alive, and the doubling of the corrode stacks. Fortunately, we got Franz taunted this time, and Emily taunted again, so we'll take those. So no big attacks. Still, the corrode damage does kick in very heavily here, which is a real pain. And they are just taking us out quite quickly. A miss, and this will be another loss, unfortunately. We do get the healing back from Persephone, but we're just not getting these misses. We do take big chunks of damage out with our attackers here. Unfortunately, I think the corrode damage will kick in. We may still see a victory yet, though. The corrode stacks being compounded by Minotaur here. I can never get them to do as much damage as I want them to, as the enemy team do. So we do see a lot of these units taken out here. Hopefully we will see Franz get taken out and Janna's passive kick in, so we get the minion here. And hopefully Sal will heal himself enough to get above that 60% mark. Unfortunately some misses here, but no, that is a loss. Again, this is what I mean by Shadow Arcs being a pain, because they just take so much damage. I don't get it. I'm going to move Persephone into the front. Let's go ahead. So it looks like that was 100% defeat on that one. Let's try it again. See if we get the same result. Yep, we get the same result, so it looks like we can't have Solomon there. We'll move Mavis to the front and we'll see if this has any impact. Nope, so Franz again. It is the corrode damage that is doing the most to us.
A small comfort amidst
Another act of
Nope.
redemption.
Even though she did the most damage, she's still a glass cannon.
mercy is worth nothing.
Nope. So this setup obviously isn't working. What I am going to try is a different Shadow Arc setup. Just very, very frustrating. So we go Ellie, Katrina, Karnak, Anubia, and Bastet as well. Let's add in our relics for ethereals. We'll see the healing in there, and then we can move Anubia to the front, and we'll see how this one goes, and see if we do any better with the 4 ethereal setup. Hopefully the damage reduction will kick in, as well as the healing from Karnak and the shields from Katrina. Do we get a silence? We do. We get a silence on Franz, which means that hopefully we won't get nearly as many corrode stacks. Unfortunately, Ellie will still do a big attack here. It looks like they're doing a tremendous amount of damage. We'll heal it back up here, and with our other attacks as well. No crits there, unfortunately, only misses. Against the opposing Shadow Arc team, I can never get any dodges. I'm sure they just reduce it for the main player base. So we get some big damage from Ellie here, and the opposing Ellie doing big damage as well as the corrode damage. That's a loss for us here. Oh, it's a frustrating stage, the Shadow Arcs one. I really dislike the Shadow Arcs, really do. They have so much potential, and you just get taken out so easily because they're so weak. Really, really weak. I mean, I can't. It's just frustrating, very frustrating indeed. So we'll try going back to the team we were having success with. Instead of Janna, we'll put in Atrops here. We'll see how this one does. Potentially replacing Mavis with Ellie, but I'm not too sure if that's the correct move here. So we'll see. Yep, corrode damage once again. Let's see if we switch Mavis around with Celine. Nope, still a loss. Take out Mavis, let's put Ellie in. And we've got the 3 strikers here. But nope, still a loss. Real pain. No. Looks like we'll have to come back to that one. Celestial and Deviants next. So we are going to do pretty standard setup for this one.
Shall we help them? My light will soothe your pain.
Go lantern. We can go shield, and we'll go hand of tear as well. And this should be a quick one.
Those who reject nature will
Yeah.
reap what no prey can escape.
Yeah. Never mind.
I will enjoy.
Should still be a quick one though.
May the departed find
Yeah, 5
peace.
rounds, not bad. And then we do have Celestial and Deviants here, so I'm not going to change things up, just going to get straight through it.
I can't wait to join. Let me tear him apart.
We've got Avengers, Doomsdayers, and Strikers. So, Doomsdayers will potentially be another tough one. If you haven't invested a lot into your Doomsdayers,
Dawn will break through the darkness.
Evil has nowhere to escape.
yeah, we'll leave it like this. And just see how things go with the Doomsdayers. Now, Doom's team, you need them to be tanky. You really do need them to take a lot of hits for them to be effective, because their primary damage source doesn't come from their actual attack. It comes from being attacked, reflecting that damage back. So as you can see here, we have taken off about half health, there or thereabouts, just from the reflect damage alone. So we just need to push them over the edge effectively with the increase in reflect damage. So Sanctuary being applied, that was a real lifesaver. I suspect that would have been a loss had we not got that Sanctuary buff here. Yeah, because even the Bjorn's doing so much damage here. So we get the shield on these dragons. I think it's quite funny, but it is what it is. So Themis down, Bjorn down, and they just fall like dominoes after that.
The light of dawn is right before the waves are coming.
So a quick one there, just one and done. Love it. And the Shadow Axe still haunts me to this day. So we're going to Avengers. We need to do it in under 3 rounds. So we're going to change this up. Put Sal in. We need 2 more Avengers. So I'll go Lachesis, and I will put in Arctina.
I have heard your prayers.
Put in Atrops, and then
My light will soothe
and
your
we'll
pain.
try going with Seraphina. Stick Arctina here. We'll see how much damage the enemies are doing, whether or not we need to change something up about the lineup. So the reason that I've gone with Seraphina is because of the heals that she does provide for Selene to build up his attack and damage stacks. I probably should have them the other way, so Lachesis down here at the bottom where Seraphina is, and Seraphina up here, because Seraphina will trigger first. So if any of the other units do have low health or lower health than Selene, Lachesis will hit Selene. So we get all of the shields removed. We get the damage increase from Selene. Unfortunately, no confused status applied for Atrops as well. So we do go under shields, and we get a fair amount of damage here. And again, we go under shields, so we're able to take out the enemy Athusa here. We don't particularly need 5 survivors. We'll get the heals here. Hopefully. Unfortunate, we did get that miss on Bjorn there, so weren't able to take them out fully. And Arctina is down, so potentially Janna in that spot. But again, we've got the ignore shield effect. We'll get the heals here, get damage and attack increases for Selene. Another miss again. Really important to hit everything as much as possible, but it is what it is. You know, sometimes you miss, sometimes you don't. Get the blessing on Cell, get the increase in attack from Atrops, and hopefully under the shields and finish them off here for a quick win. Now, last stage is Strikers, so I'm just going to take out Ardina, going to go and put Catherine in. We'll switch around Atrops and Catherine, keep the rest the same, and then hopefully we'll see a quick victory here. If not, we can change it up to a Naui Striker build, which should see us get through a bit faster. But we'll have some fun. You know, that's what the game's about at the end of the day. So blessing's been applied. And we'll see Lachesis remove all shields and attack increases. So the heal, power up Catherine and Salim, and then we do get the Hand of Tyr activation, increasing attack, and effectively a board wipe. So hopefully we'll see Ellie go down here, yep, with the corrode damage. We do have the ignore shield buff, so if there were to be any shields from Marina, then we would see it, but I don't suspect we will. Yeah, there we go. So, absolutely fantastic. We just need this Shadow Arc victory. As you can see, the rest were all very easy, but we do need 5 Shadow Arcs. So let's have a look at the team here. And there's just no real survivability on the team. There really isn't. It's just horrible. What I might try is just a Avengers team.
If I must, darkness come, bow to the dead.
I have to take out our Atrops and put Solomon in. We'll see if this is any good. Potentially we might see, as long as Janna doesn't die, and hopefully with the additional Holy Shield stacks, we'll have that full survivability. I'll try it one more time, and if not, then that's it. We'll try something else, or we'll just end the video at that point. I think we've been going for long enough. So we get the Fortitude effect. Fantastic. Get a couple of misses.
Be devoured by rot.
His soul is mine.
Death has arrived.
A little bit of damage from Mavis. I really do need to increase the power of Mavis, just by increasing her star level. It's effectively a full wipe on the board for us because of the corrode damage again. Really frustrates me this. Why the corrode damage that I do is nowhere near as powerful as this. It's basically impossible to get the right results. So we'll get Mavis to come back next round. We'll get the Fortitude effect, some shields and a reset. We are doing a bit more damage now with Janna. And an attack reduction, but it's not going to matter. Right, I'm gonna call it there. Getting really frustrated with the Shadow Arc stage. It's so unfair how the PvE team Shadow Arcs and Mystifiers do so much damage, whereas when we try it, they do very little. Absolutely gets me. Really does. Right, but thank you for watching. If you do want to see more like this, please do subscribe and leave a like. If you've got any questions or any tips on how to beat that Shadow Arc stage, please do leave a comment. Thanks for watching.